Another UND student actually says very few Americans will have the privilege of serving as president. What is the most important thing you've learned about yourself? What is the most important thing you've learned about America after leading the country for 8 years?
I think the most important thing I've learned about myself is how important it is to stick to your principles. The temptation in politics, and probably in life for that matter, is to compromise your core beliefs in order to make people like you. And a president can't do that. And I was most proud of the fact that when I got home, I looked in the mirror and no, I didn't sell my soul to politics. Secondly, I believe that America is a country that produces unbelievable citizenry. I don't miss much about the presidency. Of course, I miss being pampered, but
Air Force One wasn't a bad perk.
That or the White House chef, but I really do miss being the commander in chief. It was such an awesome experience to be able to salute men and women who wear our uniform, who volunteered in the face of danger, and they're symbolic of the courage and sacrifice of many of our citizens in uniform and out of uniform.
We had a lot of questions that wanted advice, and one was, what is your advice to young people who are interested in politics and are considering running for office?
My advice is that, my statement is that you don't have to sell your soul in order to go into politics. You can compromise tactics, but you never have to compromise your principles. Secondly, my advice is do it, because the system is only as good as the willingness of honest, decent people to become involved.
Another from Dennis in Lawton, North Dakota. What was your greatest frustration working with Congress? What would you change in the American system of government?
Well, my greatest frustration was Congress couldn't look beyond the horizon. In other words, they're pretty risk adverse. So, for example, when it came time to reforming Social Security, a issue that I tackled vigorously and laid out a solution to tackling Social Security, Congress really was concerned about losing power or losing their seats for tackling such a difficult issue. I think we really ought to examine how we draw our congressional districts, because most districts are so safe that people need to only worry about being primaried, and therefore it causes people to drift, one extreme or another to prevent losing a primary. And I think if the districts were drawn more reasonably, it would cause people to have to campaign for the soul of the electorate at large, and I think it affect the country in a positive way.